Hey guys, it's Kyle and Shannon. Welcome back to K&S Get Out. I feel like all we're ever doing is taking care of broken animals or trying to get them all work better together or nursing them back to health after cutting on them or whatever, but oh, hi buddy.
Isn't that kind of farm life?
I think it is. And so far it's all going pretty well, but we just kind of want to give you guys an update on how Mr. Herc is doing and Christina with her broken leg and how that recovery is going. And this guy right here is ready.
Hi, Mr. Hercules.
Hi, buddy.
How
I think the
are
goats
you?
gave up on us and went down into Goatville, so they don't even know we're here yet.
That's probably good.
Oh, there's the
they heard us.
with a mouthful.
It's a goat train led by sprucers. Hi, everybody. Oh, goodness. Honey, you're starting to be louder than Spruce. You realize that, right?
So Herc still has his pain medication that he's taking. Here, Bubba. And we put it in a little pill pocket and we scratch under his head, make sure he chews it up and it goes down. He's not like Nala. Nala inhales every little treat she gets. This guy actually chews it up.
So you really have to make sure he gets it all the way down.
Yeah, I like to keep his jaw above parallel so that I know it's all going down. That's a good boy.
By the way, one of you sent us those pill pockets for him for something else that we had to give him medicine for a long time ago. So thank you very much for sending those to us because they are a huge help. He loves them.
Yeah. And he's really doing great, guys. Somebody commented on the last video that they expected him to look a little more dopey after coming back from the vet or even just seeing him at the vet. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like his personality and everything, like it's not wavered. It looks nice and healthy like it has. He's not messing with it. There was no way we were putting the cone of shame on this guy. And not because I didn't want to for the sake of safety, but he wasn't out of it enough to be open to something like that. And so Shannon, we had to agree to disagree, and so we didn't put the cone on him.
Basically, the cone is sitting in the trunk of my car.
But we spend a lot of time down here. In fact, we put a dedicated camera over there, the one that was from the nursery, on this guy so that we could really monitor him and see if he was trying to lick at it or anything. And even last night, Shannon finished taking care of him, seeing him and checking on him. She walked back up. Well, Nala was outside, and of course he loves Nala and wants to go see her. About 5 minutes after Shannon leaves the nursery, he walks right over and smacks that camera right off and says, "You got to come back down here." He's too smart.
Stink pot.
Too smart for his own good. All right, Bubba, we got to take care of some goats, so can you just lay here and relax for a little bit, or at least stare at us awkwardly while we do it?
He's like, I can handle that.
Okay.
I can steer awkwardly.
He did get to get out yesterday. We took him out on his leash and the goats got out and grazed. Of course, the birds were all up in the run, especially the turkeys. Hey, he's eating, so let's sneak over there. So he's getting his steps in. We're keeping his exercise up because obviously he's still an active puppy. Hi, Larry. Hi, buddy. Good job, Hercules. Mr. Koopa, you get more and more sociable every day. And this guy gets more and more jelly. Oh, so does that guy. A little ankle biter. Little Mario. Mom, dust me. Don't worry about none of these other goats.
Okay, all right.
Oh.
Wow. I know, I still move too fast for her.
Harry, he doesn't back down from these littles.
I love it.
They're getting to be about his size pretty quickly, but he's like, no, I still got seniority.
Okay.
Golly, look at the colors on his legs. It's so cool. You're a handsome little fella. Yeah? You're not camera shy either, are you? Gotcha.
Look at him. Mom, pay attention to me.
Yeah, he does it in such like a natural way. He doesn't like walk over and demand it sometimes until he climbs up on our backs. But he just walks over nonchalantly, tests to see if you give him attention. If you don't, he might push on you. Just brush by.
So silly.
All right, you guys ready to get some food going?
They're like,
what do you think, buddy?
Feed us now.
That's all I really wanted.
Well, hi, little Mario. Ooh.
See, Spruce will run from Mama, and Mama will definitely intervene as she needs to.
Yeah, I just posted a short this morning of Mama schooling Spruce on some headbutting.
Yeah. It's so fun though. It's so different without Mario. With Mario, it had a different take. Every battle, every ram. These guys, you know, they do it over food, they do it over attention, and they do it to play. Speaking of which, little Mario making it weird. The Blues Crew's so patient.
I know, they always are. Okay.
All right, you want to grab the food or you want me to?
I'll grab the food.
Okay. Mama going right where she knows to go.
Oh.
So somebody sent us an article. I think her name's Gina. She's a longtime viewer and we appreciate it a lot. But she's been doing her own research on goats just out of enjoyment and curiosity. So she sent an article and it does say at the top, professional version, because there was a lot of scientific words I'm not familiar with. But you can kind of look at the root word and know the region it's talking about. I think specifically it was on pseudo-pregnancy. And so she's just concerned that Mama's size may be tied to something other than just the food. And we can't cut back her food too much because she needs that nourishment to nurse the boys still. But they are really taking to the grain and the hay and the grazing and, oh, I forgot to close the gate. So I'm gonna do a little more research. I do appreciate that information. It's not information for me to digest, so I'll look into it a little bit. Worst case scenario, we may have to schedule a vet visit for her just to make sure that that excess weight is not anything abnormal. You boys are so good. What about you? Are you a good boy? No, I don't even care. It's coming. Okay, you want me to get the Blues Crew?
You gotta let me in.
Good job, Blues Crew.
All right, Spruce. Come on, Spruce. Hey, Spruce.
Hey.
Sprucers, come on. You don't do that. Come on.
Hi, Hercules. Such a good boy. Hey, I'm gonna grab Hercules a little more food.
Okay. So we still stand guard in between these two while they're eating because Luigi inevitably always finishes his food first and then tries to steal Spruce's. So we just have to keep that from happening.
Okay, you're gonna stay here. I gotta go get hay for these goats, okay, bud? Stay there.
The moment I stepped out to see what you're doing and film you a little bit with the Blues Crew, Luigi immediately was like, oh, I'm gonna take Spruce's food.
He's like, hey, you got something better than what I got?
He's like, oh, I know I ate mine faster than you. I'm gonna take some of yours.
The adult goats, all of them, him and this one, they race through their food, and the moment it's gone, they come asking to get out, like, well, we really need out. Really, they just want to run over here and try to steal each other's food. But they're all getting pretty trained to the system now, keep to their own, except for Luigi. Once Luigi's done, we got to block him from going over and interrupting these guys.
He eats so fast. Do a little switcheroo.
Are they both finished?
They're both done, yeah.
Okay. I think they're about finished over there because that's usually when Harry and Larry start sparring.
Man, they really went through their hay.
Yeah, I was going to touch on that. We talked about that a few videos ago about how we've been... He knows what he's doing.
Oh, I know.
And he knows when I come over, he's just like, oh, man.
I got caught.
You know, the bloating has gone down. I'm 100% certain. He's still, I mean, he's a beefy goat. Can't really be a beefy goat.
He's a goaty goat.
He's a hefty goat. How about that? And little Sprucers, he carries a little belly. But I think with all the grazing we've been able to do now, and even them going down into Goatville to do their own grazing like they were before we got down here, I think that's just kind of helping their natural digestion a little bit.
And we have cut back the amount of grain that we're giving them.
Definitely have. And I think a part of our approach with Mama, and are you guys done over there?
They've got to be.
Part of our approach with Mama and her size as well, maybe we'll come across some stuff like the baking soda to see if some of it's additional bloating, or if they just need to keep on exercising and grazing.
Actually, we probably could put baking soda out now while Herc is isolated, because you don't want dogs to get into it, but we could go ahead and put some out for the goats while he's in there.
Okay. I think that's a good idea.
Thanks. Look, Blue's like,
Tell him, Blue. She doesn't have the smacking power that he has because her body mass, she's like half his size.
Yeah.
So she puts her horns down and points them a little better and targets like this little jab approach. They're so funny, man. Just each and every one of them is so unique.
I hear Spruce in here moving around. What are you doing, buddy? You just hanging out? Enjoying your own space for a little while? Look, first thing. Yep.
Yeah, sorry, I should have mentioned I was releasing the Mario crew.
It's okay, they're done eating.
I know, but look, Luigi's coming in here to check hers. She went in there to check theirs. They, of course, went over and checked Blue's. You know, as if they don't think all the other goats are going to eat all their food.
Hi, boys. Hey, don't chew on my microphone.
You're liable to get a Spruce invasion here in a second.
Don't chew on my microphone.
He'll just ram them away.
You gonna be nice this morning?
Yeah, no. Get out of here, little Mario. Little Mario tries to do a hit and run. Little Mario doesn't hesitate to remind him that Big Mario is his dad. Even though he didn't know Big Mario, he's got his genes and he don't back down from a good old headbutt.
Spruce says, my dad is Bruce.
I know, that's the thing, is we know the bloodline.
I'm not backing down.
Know the bloodline on both of these guys, so it's just comical.
You know, help me scratch your butt.
This is perfect. Oh, you get that side while I get this side, Mom. Oh, my neck nuts are just shaking around. Oh, boy. Oh, Daddy.
All better?
Boy, yeah.
Man, I picked a huge tick off of his neck the other day. It was pretty bad. He was very thankful. He'd been rubbing his head up on the wall in the shelter in here, and I was like, what's going on? So I finally got it off of him. He was very thankful.
You had a hitchhiker, didn't you? Hey, big guy. Whoa. Look, little Mario turns right back around and like, what? You can't chase me, big guy. Look how big you are. I'm super fast and quick. Speaking of wide body.
No kidding.
Goodness, you just wear it so well.
I think those are called love handles. Is that what those are?
Mom,
love handles?
Mom, not to be touched. That much I do know.
Oh, so silly. Hey, let's not get your head stuck in here, little guy.
That's a good boy.
Good thing your horns aren't very big yet.
That's my good boy.
Can you figure it out? There you go. Oh! Good job, little guy.
Yeah, it's okay. So we mentioned a couple videos ago that we started adopting my dad's method of breaking up the hay. Shannon came up with the idea. I appreciate it a lot. Because we were just bringing flakes out and stuffing them down in those feeders. And so they were really condensed. And when they would go to break them apart, they'd pull out big chunks of hay. And that's where a lot of the hasting came from. Hay wasting. One of those words I made up. The cowtionary.
Look in your cowtionary for the definition of that word.
Yeah, hasters. H-A-Y, sters. So we've switched to this method, giving it to them more loosely, and they go through it, but we're going through less hay because it's not getting wasted as much.
Spruce is trying to help.
I won't waste none of it, just put it in here. All right.
And I haven't been cleaning out the bottom of this hay feeder either because, well, hello. The littles, okay, that's me. What is going on, guys? The littles sleep down here, so I don't want to clean that out too much.
Which in turn also means they pee and poop down there.
Yes. Oh, are you making sounds over here? this good
she
stuff?
is a little grunter, and she makes that little noise when she's eating her hay. Spruce knew to go check the other hay feeder, and he's like, Mom, there's still none over here.
I'm coming. How about this one first? Or do you... I'm gonna pull some of this out.
Mom, how about I just eat right out of the bucket? Thanks.
You're welcome. We'll leave it in the bottom so that it won't fall out.
Spruce just helps himself to anything, anywhere. Yeah, wear it, buddy. So handsome. I like that look on you.
Is it too deep? Do you just want to crawl in? Okay. Eat out of the feeder. Silly. Are you catching your food? You want this? That's all I got. Enjoying some spoilings, Herc?
He was patient while we were feeding the goats, and he always gets the last cuddles before we go back up. He's not a lap dog, he's a melt in your lap dog. Push you over through your lap dog. Yeah, I know, buddy. He's really not given this any attention. I think I saw one time him look down there and check.
Yeah, I told him one time yesterday to leave it and just kind of redirected him, and he did fine. He left it alone.
Yeah, I think he's a quick healer. It's just like Riley and Revel over at Mom and Dad's, Grandpa Doss Farms. Revel healed, and the males typically do it. It's a much smaller incision, but Revel healed quicker than Riley did. So, in case you needed it on display, this is what things look like now.
Living the good life, aren't you, Herc?
Yeah, he really enjoyed getting out with them yesterday. And, you know, yes, he was on his leash, but of course they came up to him and he could see them. But we just want to make sure he didn't take off after anybody or jump or get too active.
Take off running.
Take off running. I would never do that, Mom, never. Hide my face. He's
what
a good
sweetheart.
boy. We'll be back in full commission in no time. Back in there annoying them goats, huh, buddy?
This is the spoiled life.
This is the painkiller medication, Mom. I don't know which way is upside down. It's a good boy.
What a perfect time for you to take a nap. Golly, you're so cute, Herc.
Hard to imagine you keep anybody safe, but you sure do.
He's like, whatever. I keep everybody safe.
This is his payment. All the love.
Oh, I love you, Hercules. You have a lot of people out there that watch you that love you too.
Well, I'm pretty cool. I thought he was going to go take care of your camera work.
He may.
I already set it up one time since we've been down here.
Oh,
and he
I
goes
know.
over and knocks it over again.
He won't do it while we're in here, maybe, while we're paying attention.
I mean, he was staring at me when he did it earlier.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was looking right at me. He's like, boom. The camera fell, but the target did not. So he looked back at the target, looked back at me, he goes, boom, that one too.
You're a little stink pot.
He just knows the things to do to get us to come back down here. Knock down the camera, chase one of the babies, make them scream.
You love that new toy, don't you?
Yeah, that was from a viewer, isn't it?
Yep.
He and Nala both got one and they both enjoy it.
He's much more sweet with his than Nala is.
He wants to be back with his goat buddies, but we want him to get further along in the healing process before that's a thing.
Oh yeah.
So good, healthy report on Hercules. He's recovering fine. We're not seeing any abnormalities or anything, so we're very grateful for that. But let's go up here and check on Christina. Monday is when Herc got neutered, and in that same day, Shannon and I got Christina out for the first time after being in the brooder, I think for 4 days straight.
Yeah.
Got her out, let her get some sunshine, kind of walk around and see how well she's doing. And there was some improvement for sure. In that footage, you know, you can see when you set her down, like it takes her a minute to kind of get her bearings, and you kind of got to keep her stable. This is where she struggles a bit, is when the terrain changes or the hills, but she's getting along much better. But then we clean out the brooder, put her back in, and go through it again the day after, which is yesterday. Yesterday she did really well, even stumbled a bit and then caught herself without going down and was able to kind of re-stabilize. So she's looking a lot better. So we're gonna go up here, probably get her out again this morning and let her kind of stretch out, walk around, and just see how she's doing. They heal so much faster than humans.
They really do. It's really amazing.
They have to. I mean, if in the wild, if they don't, they're prey and they're gone.
Yeah.
All right, buddy, we're gonna let you take your nap, and we're gonna go check on the only bird you like. The one that comes down and cuddles outside the pen with you. Okay, sounds good. I'll be here with my toy.
Also, we just want to say thank you to all of you who have been sending toys and treats for the dogs and praying for the healing and recovery of our animals. We really do appreciate that. And we keep all of you guys in our prayers too. So just know that as much as you're praying for us, we're praying for you guys too. And we appreciate you.
So as you can see, surely enough, giving her this time, it's kind of hard to see her in the brooder pacing back and forth because you want to let her out, but it has been critical in getting her back to healthy. So let's see how she's doing today. She hasn't been peeping. She typically won't until we get these doors open. And then she starts her little chirping.
Good job getting up. Big stretch. Hi, pretty girl.
You stinky. You sure can churn up a nice stink for one bird. I mean, I can even tell she's, you know, when she shifts her weight back and forth, she can put more pressure on that leg. She
That's fantastic.
Avoiding pressure originally. Do you want to come out? I should have made this so that it could like drop down and she could walk out.
Well, you'll know for next time, won't you?
Yeah, it's just when you get a hold of her, and you know because you've done it, you're getting part of her upper thigh or whatever part you would call that. So I'm trying not to affect that leg any worse. I'm coming in. That's a girl. Apparently I didn't get her wings. Good job, lady. Oh, nasty. There we go. I can feel, remember how I felt fluid, like it was swollen?
Yeah.
I can feel that's down a little bit. See if she'll let me touch her other one. Yeah. It's much closer to the size of that left one now. Look
That's
at
great.
That. And it's easier for us to get a gauge on how she's doing with it out here on the ground where it's a little more uneven. There's rocks and twigs and things. Whoa, good job. A little correction with the wings. So because we had the incident with the other turkeys, the meat birds, and Hercules, and he had his procedure, I did not let the turkeys out to free range yesterday. I kept them in the run and I let all the guineas out. And it's incredible the difference it makes in the dynamics, just like with goats. You know, without the two turkeys there, the birds actually went further out into the woods. That a girl.
Good job, honey.
That would have been a topple a couple days ago. But, you know, is it too soon to let her back out? Or does she know she's recovering? Does she just lay down and hang out after she grazes a bit? I don't know.
Well, and even when I was out here with her yesterday, she eventually just laid down out here and just kind of rested in the dust.
Well, and she was always the loner with them anyway. The guineas would follow the Turks, and she would sometimes just hang back, you know, lay down there by Herc, or just lay in the shade somewhere up there in the soft grass. So I don't know. The guineas do come to her in the brooder periodically throughout the day, and they all roost up around the top of that brooder and just talk to her, and she's looking up at them, making her little noises she makes, and it's pretty funny. We're learning.
And to those of you wondering if she got an Epsom salt bath, I didn't give her one because I didn't buy a big enough tub for it. I totally underestimated how big she is, so that was my bad. But she's doing really well.
Yeah, and that swelling is reducing. What do you, don't, you need me to get you more wormies and stuff? Is this your threat?
She says, where's my wormies? Where's my scratch?
Don't you peck my skin. You can peck the watch, I don't care. They're aggressive when they eat.
Yeah, they are. So do you think that we should let the guineas out and keep the Turks up in the run and let the guineas come down and see her and be out with her, or do you want to keep them separated still?
I mean, I think it's okay, and that way we can even witness how she is. Even if she wasn't injured, those white Turks would be staying up in that run.
Okay.
They are no longer free rangers until
So we know that Herc is good and healed. And
well, and even at that, like they intentionally go down there to get him riled up and try to fight with him through the fence. So we don't need that. That's just unnecessary. You know, I can feed them feed up there. I don't know how many bugs they're eating, but I do know the guineas without the turkeys move around more. So
That's
I
true.
would say their function of eating bugs and everything is better served if those turkeys aren't there to keep them lazy.
Lazy turkeys.
They are, man. That is what she's wanting. She's like, hey, where are them wormies you always got in your pockets?
Yep.
Now here's the tricky part. Keeping those guys at the back of the run so the guineas will come out. Got to use a little bit of wormy trickery with them and a stick.
And a stick.
All right, Turks. Sorry about you. Go on.
Come on, birds.
Have any of them come out yet?
No,
It's a pretty good success
just
rate.
the one that was already out. There we go.
You guys are so silly. It's right there.
Oh man. Careful. Oh.
See, they're even acting a little bit differently today because Christina's up here. She wasn't up here when I did this yesterday, obviously. They will turn back to the scratch and the worms though when that gate's closed and they know that stuff's in here.
All right, Christina. You gonna stay up here with the Turks or come down with the guineas?
She's gonna leave them a little smelly present.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. The guineas went on down. In fact, they're roosting in there on the brooder as
Oh
we
my
speak.
gosh, that's so funny.
Which that's also where they were in the brooder. So they know that as their original home. It just tells me I gotta get them a shelter built.
Yes.
Rehome them.
She's coming. Atta girl.
I guess this is your Wednesday walkabout video, only this time it's Christina walking about. So we
I'm
stuck to
super
our...
happy to see her walking like that though.
Oh, she's doing great.
She still stumbles just a little bit, but she's doing so much better.
I'm just curious if she knows like when she's tired or when it starts to bother her to just lay down and take it easy.
Yeah.
Or will she by nature not know to do that, and does this make it worse? I
bet she'll lay down.
I think so too.
She's pretty smart.
And I think it's good for her to work it out a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, Well, she's on the road to recovery. Herc's on the road to recovery. Everybody else is pretty much being everybody else.
I have finalized the type of wall board that I want to put up in the office, so Kyle can go forward with the electric.
Yep. So yeah, I was just waiting on Shannon to do a little bit of decision making so that I knew the depth to set the receptacle boxes. And then I can go ahead and set those, run wire to them, and not put the receptacles or all of them in just yet, so they don't have to take them all back out and unwire them. Learning as we go.
Yeah.
It's fun stuff.
It's all part of the process.
All right, guys. Well, we're just taking all this one day at a time, getting everybody healed up, keeping everybody safe, enjoying this beautiful weather. Don't want to take that for granted.
I am loving this weather.
Oh, I am too.
It's my favorite.
Building fires at night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that was your Wednesday walkabout. We'll keep you posted on how they're all doing. We love and appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming on this journey with us. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.